Welcome to the Healthy Lifestyle. I'm Lorianne Casdia. Our goal here at Healthy Lifestyle is to inspire, educate, and empower you to fulfill a healthy, emotional, spiritual, and physical life so you can feel empowered to live the life you have always wanted and dreamed. Well, I know in this emotionally sound roller coaster that we're riding these days, it'd be good to lift ourselves up and focus on positive and love as opposed to focus on fears. So today joining us is our good friend Darlene Calabrese from Absolute Health and Fitness. She is a wife, a mom of two, a personal trainer, a health coach, women's specialist, group fitness specialist, and a strong by Zumba instructor, and just an outstanding, wonderful human being inside and out. Welcome to the show, Darlene.
Hi, how are you? Great to be here.
I am good. I'm glad you're here. So let's talk about a couple of things because you're experiencing a change in your business model.
Yeah.
And let's talk about what you're going from, obviously, and going to, because people aren't getting personal training face-to-face these days. They're doing it remotely in virtual meetings and virtual exercising. So talk to me about what the transition felt like.
So, I was training everybody out of a gym facility where you have access to literally almost every piece of equipment under the sun, and putting programs together of what people needed and what would get them the fastest and safest results that they wanted, which was fairly simple in that atmosphere. So to change over to going home-based where you don't have all that equipment took a little thinking. And you know what? Everybody has a different need. How do we come together and do a workout that will help everyone at the level that they're at? So
right.
The transition took a little thinking in how to make it work because, I could easily do, not even easily, like a FaceTime one-on-one. So yeah, I had one-on-one clients and I had group fitness. So what I did was I just decided to do one class per day with anybody who wanted it. And it kind of turned out to be awesome because we have everybody doing like a Zoom, and you feel like you're socializing with people because you have everybody there. So you get that little feel of socialization and humanity. And I'm able to do the class with them. So it's great for me too because I get my workout in.
Right.
And I can see everybody. So you know what? If this person doesn't have, it takes a little quick thinking on your feet because if this person doesn't have a stability ball, okay, well, what else can you use? If you don't have a dumbbell, what else can you use? So we started using things that we had around the house. Some people ordered things, to get them in as quickly as possible, like a few dumbbells or booty bands or things like that. But the transition in itself was fairly simple. It just took some time to, if people wanted to order things, like I said, just waiting for those things to come in, but creating modifications for people where they can still participate in the workout and work up a sweat and actually get a good workout.
Yeah, you can work out very well with Campbell soup cans.
Oh, yes.
I love the creativity element and aspect of that, and you're really good at that. You're like, okay, which is fantastic. But as someone who's doing the exercising, it's annoying because you think you're out of the woods and you don't have to do that exercise, and then you come up with this really unique way, and it's like, no worries, use this. Oh, all right.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Really? All right. Yeah, I do have Campbell soup cans. Whatever. So yeah, no, I love that out of the box element, and then you can take this online, offline, in person as a hybrid business afterwards, right?
Yeah, which I plan on doing because you really don't know anyone's situation. So, if they're needing to stay home because their child is sick or whatever, and they a lot of people need that outlet. I know myself, I need the outlet of working out.
Yeah.
Just as a stress relief, as a mental
it's
mentally
escape.
it does something. It mentally, completely.
Yeah, absolutely. And we need
it'll
that.
set my whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody. I exercise has so many great elements to it. I don't really think people really know it unless you've been exercising for so long that you've truly seen, the change and what it brings. If you go 2 or 3 days without working out, it starts to you start shaking. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's a great outlet. So yeah, I want to still incorporate it. I'm still looking to get a place. Hopefully, this whole thing lifts sooner than later. But when it does, I think that one of two things is going to happen, where you have the extroverts that are like, oh my God, get me out of this house. I have to go to the gym, and actually be with people and work out there.
Be with other like-minded people too.
Exactly. And that's my thing. I don't necessarily enjoy working out at home, especially by myself. I could have a gym in my own house and I'd still probably end up going into the gym just because that's where I feel most comfortable.
Sure.
But I think the other way too is that you'll have people, I don't want to say afraid, but I think that the more introverted people, the more homebodies, they might see hey, I can make this work at home and I'd rather do this here. So I definitely want to keep that aspect because, people are realizing it's possible.
Yeah, well, and they're getting up and they're moving, and it's so crucial, especially now that, some people are getting really depressed being closed in and shuttered in. Exercise actually helps lift you up out of that feeling that
100%.
Yeah, it's so important to move. Whatever that means for you, it's so important to move.
Yeah.
When you're in the group session, this is a question that I know I've just received, is if you're in a group session online in a Zoom, only you as the instructor can see everybody, right? Because you can set those parameters where everybody can't see everybody else. They can just see you.
So first of all, you are able to shut your camera off if you don't want anybody else to see you, or I believe there's a feature there where only I can see you.
Yeah.
But for instance, on the record, because I record our classes, but I only record what is shown, which is just me, because you could choose a viewing to pin.
Right.
So now everybody only sees that person.
Right.
They have different views. So you have a gallery view, you have the speaker view, and then you have the main pinned view. So so I always pin myself, because if it's on the speaker view and you hear noises from everybody else, it's going to bounce. It's going to keep bouncing, and then you won't be able to see what the movement is.
Right.
So I'm always pinned. So yes, everybody only sees me, but I can change my view on the other end and see what everybody else is doing, and just make sure that everybody's form is correct. And that's the great thing about it is as much as it's a group session, even in my group sessions one-on-one, I'm making sure that all of everybody's form is correct. So I can see, it's amazing how technology really works.
Yeah, it's almost like walking around. It's almost like walking around the gym room, wherever you're doing the workout session with a big group of people, and walking from client to client to client. You're just doing that virtually. Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a certain thing, hey, guess what? Go grab your dog. That's some weight right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You need 25 pounds, pick up that dog.
This is what I'm talking about, folks. This is what she does to you. She does get very creative. I love it. And what's the feedback? How are the people in the class doing? What's your feedback from it? Are they loving it?
So they love the workouts when, like I said, you have the introverts and you have extroverts. The ones that want to be a part of the lives, because I do them, 5 to 6 days a week, depending on what's going on. Normally the same time every week. But you'll get the people coming on the lives who love the lives. Who, we might get 5 minutes of chatting going on. And I'm like, all right, we got to start. And then, it's when I post it, I'm like, all right, fast forward to this time so that you get just the workout. You don't have to hear the whole conversation. But for those that, don't necessarily want to make the live or can't make the live at that time, they get the recording and they do it on their own. And in every recording, I give them, okay, this is what you need. If you don't have this, then use this, blah, blah, blah. So I break it down before the whole workout actually.
So now, are you doing this through Facebook?
Yes.
Is this a closed group Facebook?
It is a closed group Facebook. So when you purchase the classes per month, you automatically get put into this Facebook group, and then all the links get posted there daily for the workout and what time it's at. And then right after the workout's done and recorded, the recording goes right in the same group as well. And you can do it anytime you want.
And if somebody wanted to join this Facebook and get that monthly, what does that look like for someone?
So you just go to absolute, ABSOLUTEHF.com. And right there on the homepage, it'll say sign up for classes, and it'll just take you through the steps. You sign up, you get, you go right into that Facebook group. You get an invite from the Facebook group to join, so you don't have to go searching for it. It's very simple. And then you start right away as soon as you sign up.
So that's absolute HF, meaning for absolute health and fitness, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That's that makes it very easy, and I love that you repost it so that someone can continue to do that, whether or not they join the live or not.
Important.
Yeah.
Super important.
And
people aren't doing that.
What's the best recommendation? I mean, how often should someone exercise, especially in this environment right now? What are you recommending?
Oh my goodness. Well, just because we're in the environment that we're in right now, nobody's really doing labor work. So you're not moving around daily, really. You're not doing a lot of hard labor work. So, you're probably sitting on the couch a lot, watching movies and things like that, which affect your posture and whatnot. So you really want to be moving daily. As far as how many classes you should be taking a week, I would say anywhere between 3 to 4. And then the days that you're not, you need to be out there just taking a walk around the block or whatever it is, going out in your backyard and just walking around there or doing yard work or whatever it is. You really, really need to be moving every day for at least 30 minutes. It's just crucial.
Why?
Because number one, just think about it. If you're sitting for so long and you allow time to go by without any movement, your heart is probably going to be racing so much faster just from the lack of movement. So it's a heart issue right there in itself. You're talking about people that are actually, they're out there dying from this thing. And if you're not doing any kind of movement to help your internals, your heart, your lungs, your oxygen levels, you're putting yourself at risk. You really, really are, because you're not taking care of yourself. If you're going to sit there and not move, you're essentially making your body like a home for like your immune system to decrease and a home for disease. Like, hard to say that, but that's what's going on. And it's combined with well eating. Like now, everybody's sitting on the couch eating chips, I can't imagine the amount of people that I'm sure have noticed, wow, I put on 5 pounds. Oh my God, I put on that. Because number one, they're not moving. And now on top of that, they're just eating junk food.
Right. And we have to keep our bodies strong so that our bodies can help us fight this and not gain this or anything else. So we have to continue to move, especially if your normal job when we resume working is in the labor industry. If you're doing any kind of laborious work, you need to stay fit so that when you go back, it's not, you're not getting beat up every single day. So, move a couple of linear yards of mulch. It's a very, very, very energetic activity, apparently. So, just did that myself. And, if one, it felt good to be outside. 2, it felt good to have my hands in the soil kind of thing. And, and now my yard looks really pretty.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot, I can't tell you how many times I cleaned out closets and stuff like that because I have time, but
Yeah.
There's a lot to be done. You can find things to do. If you have kids, they're bored out of their minds. But to be in the outdoors right now is if you can, is excellent.
Yeah.
Is excellent. The weather is getting nicer, and there's no reason not to.
Yeah, for the grace of God, the weather's getting nicer, and that's a great thing because taking a walk or taking a bike ride or throwing a ball back and forth to each other, or practice your chipping, with your favorite golf clubs in the backyard. Just be careful with that. Things like that is a really good way to keep your body moving and keep a positive attitude. When you're doing something like that, it feels good, and it gives you feel accomplished. And even if you're not an outside person, you don't want to do that, or the weather is rainy, which it has been the last couple of weeks, which isn't really helpful. When you are doing the closets, think about the activity that you're doing. There's a lot of turning back and forth. So you turn to the right, you pick something out of the closet, you turn to the left, you bring it outside and you put it someplace else. So, be careful on how you're doing that. Be mindful on the movements so that you don't, twist yourself out of sync, if you will, and need a chiropractor. Although I do know some chiropractors that are still around to make sure you keep everything going nicely. But I do notice that my body is locking up a little bit more than it normally is because it's not in motion as much as it normally is.
Right, and the stretching too. Yeah.
Yes.
Really
right.
The stretch as well.
Stretching before you do this too. Yeah. So yoga is good at this time as well too.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
So
100%.
Combination.
There's so many tapes out there.
Yeah. Combination of yoga. And it's streaming online. So you could jump on Hulu. They have online. You have Amazon Prime online. So you have the streaming to do that too. But a class like this that you're talking about, these group sessions, and you say you do that weekly, right? Or daily, every 6 days a week?
So, yeah, more or less it's Monday through Thursday now. We did a poll because we were doing Monday through Saturday, and we took a poll for Friday to make it strictly just a cardio day to get people to go outside and just enjoy the outdoors and do like a hike or just do a run around the block or anything like that, because yes, the classes include cardio in it, but we are more focused on maintaining muscle and toning, and so that's why weights are important in the class, and that's why we're utilizing things like Campbell soup cans or water bottles and dogs and book bags
right.
and things like that.
Small children.
Yeah. So we did want to incorporate another cardio day, which was just strictly cardio, which you do need, whether it's a brisk walk outside or running. So right now it's Monday through Thursday and then Saturday mornings, and we do one class a day. But again, it is recorded, and then it's, you can do it on your own time or enjoy the lives.
I think this is great that you can morph and go from one modality to another. What do you think this is going to look like after, when we're allowed to go back into?
I think it's still going to be popular after, because like I said, I think there's some people enjoying it, and I think that you have people that never really stepped into a gym taking an interest in this, because you have most of my clients when I first started out were not afraid of the gym, but uncomfortable in the gym.
Sure.
And came to me because I started in my garage. So I had it was just one-on-ones, and that's what they liked about it. That there was nobody else around, and so this is something where they can do in the comfort of their own home, but have a professional instructor teaching them like live.
Yeah,
so that they're getting that one-on-one feel. And like I said, the one-on-ones can happen if they want it, but we've been really good with the groups. They've all been loving the groups because they know that they're being watched, but don't feel uncomfortable that everybody else is watching them.
Yeah, it's judgment-free zone, which is, it's very intimidating going into a gym And this allows you to do it from the comfort of your home. And also when you go back, there's a lot of people who travel. I know having that accessibility to be able to do it from wherever I am is very desirable. And to be able to have contact with you and do it with you wherever I am is even better. And you also keep us accountable. And I want to talk about accountability when we come right back. You're listening to Healthy Lifestyle. I'm Lorianne, and we're just going to take a little brief break, and we will be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle. I'm Lorianne. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas you'd like to hear more about, please email us at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. That's healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. And of course, we ask that you follow us on social media at Healthy Lifestyle with LA. Love, love, love hearing from you. We answer every email and post personally. We really appreciate it when you comment, especially while shows going on. We're also going to be live streaming from Facebook shortly. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So we are here today talking to Darlene Calabrese from Absolute Health and Fitness and mastering fitness at home and the different ways fitness is going to look like now and then after we get released back into our normal work day, which will be a new normal for all of us. Darlene, as we left off, we were talking about accountability, and this is something that I think is real important in anything, especially as a mentor. One of the number one things I do is keep people on track, keep people going forward, and holding them accountable to the promises they're making to themselves. And you do the same thing in a fitness way, as well as you look at how you can help someone in a complete health circle. So talk to us about your complete health circle, because it's not just about exercise, is it?
No, not at all. It's about the person as a whole. And, I love what really keeps me going is hearing how people's lives are changing, not just physically, but their mental state, their happiness. There's, like we said before, it brings down stress. So, it really, brings me to another level when people come in and say, "Oh my God, I love you. Thank you so much for helping." And it's nothing that I personally did. It's them themselves and allowing me to keep them accountable and, with their determination and whatnot. So we're able to still do that with online and with this group. And it's amazing because everybody just encourages each other and lifts each other up. And I can see and I know when people are seeing the workouts or doing the workouts because, Facebook allows you to see who's viewing them and things like that. So I love the group because it's a much more intimate group where if I know that certain people aren't viewing the workouts, I know they're not doing it. So I can kind of not call them out on it, but just like nudge them a little bit, like, hey, did you do your workout today? That kind of thing. And, yes, life gets in the way and some things do occur, but, you still want to press through and do what you can. And as long as you're doing what you can and putting your all into it, you're going to get a great end result out of it.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, just making that commitment to yourself, no matter what that is, especially if it's something like this. We talk about, and I talk about all the time, doing a little something for yourself. This is the little something that I'm talking about. Spending that time, making that commitment to yourself and showing up for yourself to do those exercises, to show up to the group. And the group setting, even if you're seeing the other people or not seeing the other people, the group setting also causes you an accountability because when you're not there, people miss you and they'll ask, hey, is everything okay? So, and that's a good thing, especially in this environment, to have people checking up on each other. I've been encouraging people to try to reach out any way that they can think of to at least 10 people that they know, just to check in on them, make sure that they're okay, because it feels really good. I know when I get a phone call and it's just somebody checking in, that's all they're doing. That's a really good feel. It makes you feel valued, and it makes you feel like there are people out there thinking thinking about you, and it also makes you want to do the same thing for other people. So I think in a group session like this, they're going to reach out and wonder where Darlene is, what happened to Darlene. So
right.
That's a good thing. And you're like forever positive. What makes you so positive, Darlene?
Oh, my Lord.
I mean, I absolutely admire that about you. I love that.
I think it's just, for me, it's always having a goal in mind that just, keeps me, number one, in motion, and having, if there's any sort of negative attitude towards anything, how can anything really ever get done or accomplished? So, it's an outlook on life. It's a determination to be better than you were. You know what I mean? So that's really it. I mean, I just don't. I don't know how anyone really can accomplish much without positivity.
I totally agree. I like to start from a place of yes. When you start from a place of yes, the things that might make it a possible no, those are just little minor hurdles to get in our way that we can easily jump. So when you're starting in a place of yes, that positive attitude, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can finish this one workout. Just look at it a workout at a time. I know that's what gets me through workouts. That's what gets me through, a really aggressive yoga exercise, is that you start.
Oh, that's a good point.
You just start with that one exercise, and then you go to the next one, and then suddenly it's done, and you build up that momentum, and then the next day you do the same thing. So I think sometimes it's
so funny because it's different for everybody. I've got people that are like, how many more left? And I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Until I say stop. So you've got everybody's different, because you have some people that I need to know how many I need to do right now before I even start. And then you've got people that that are just going to whine and complain because they know they have a certain amount left. But if they don't know, they'll get through it without, you know what I mean? So everybody's different. Everybody's different. It's funny, though.
I think I like to know how many more reps I have to do. But on the other hand, when you say it's done, it's like, oh, thank God. So, it's a covenant. Okay, I got through that. So let's go through the next one. So, but sometimes my favorite exercise, I talk about it often, are the burpees. Drives me insane.
Your burpees?
Oh my God. Darlene, there's just nothing good about those. I mean, I know they're good full body, but yikes. But those are the ones where you sit there and go, oh my God, how many more do I have to do? Because you feel like you've just done a gazillion, and it's like 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, completely.
There has to be a method of, I was talking to somebody else who, also works out, and they're real workout people like yourself, not like me. And they don't care for the burpees either. And they actually use that in a program that they're in. They utilize that as a method of, what's the best way to put it? When they're not really doing what they're supposed to do. So they say,
it's like drop down, give me 20. You screwed up.
Yeah, it's like drop down, give me 20 burpees. That's would be the worst sentence for me in any day.
Yeah. Oh
but they are full body workout, because you're working everything when you're doing
completely. That. Yeah, I do use them a lot. I actually shouldn't say a lot, but a lot in a sense of using it for just building up cardio in the midst of whatever session we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's it's a quick one. You'll get it more in cardio workouts,
Yeah.
Not really.
I also like your what inspires you. So, that you see the results, a quality of life being enhanced. All those things are really important to you when you're helping out your clients. Yeah,
really. It really is. Like I said, it's just inspirational to me to, so many of my clients are just inspirational stories, and how they come out of, some come to me never working out a day in their life, and to see the change in their quality of life is so inspiring and just keeps me going. And that's what I love about my job. It's just, it's not it's all about, hey, I'm healthy. Hey, I'm getting toned. Hey, I'm losing weight. It's, again, their mental state, their mental state of life, their outlook on life has changed. Their attitude is just like, oh my God, I never thought I could, being and doing things that you never thought you could do is wild to see and hear people say.
Well, you feel great when you have this accomplishment that you really thought internally that you wouldn't be able to achieve, and now you are achieving it, and that feeling of accomplishment is really empowering. I mean, this is mindset work, just like I do with my mindset, be it for business or marketing, any kind of strategy that we're doing. This is a different strategy for physical mindset, having the mindset to keep your body healthy, having the mindset that this is the vessel that you need to bring for the whole entire time you're here. We got to take care of it and keep it in the best condition that we.
One.
Yeah, you only get one. And although the bionic man and woman can be rebuilt, we're not of that. So we have to do it ourselves. So if you were to tell us, 5 things that you should do every day as far as a workout goes, what would those 5 things be?
Well, one is, actually do it. Actually
Good
do
point.
Something. Yeah. Just getting up, 5 exercise points, get your heart rate up, go for a walk. It's hard to pinpoint 5 specific ones. If you want strength, you got to start lifting heavier. I would say go a little further than what you normally would, which is a big thing. And that's exactly what we're talking about is, pushing ourselves to do just a little bit more. So, if you're doing push-ups and you normally do 10, hey, one day wake up and decide to do 11. Just taking that extra step to better yourself.
Yeah, that's showing up for you and holding yourself accountable by doing things like that and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. It's easy to say, okay, I did 10, whew, done. But then to do that extra 11th one, that's going to feel good.
Oh, yeah. And that's the tone for the day. Again, doing it daily, 30 minutes of exercise daily. Water is so important. I mean, you're probably, a lot of people are probably just sitting around drinking wine. I mean, I know the wine stores are like,
it's made from water. It doesn't count.
So it's like, you got to make sure you're hydrated because sleep is like, forget it. So if you're not sleeping, you might as well have not worked out. Like, it's like you got to sleep to rebuild the muscle and to, maintain. So sleep is key. There's a lot that's involved in not only exercise but nutrition as well, because they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, really, to have a major. You could have a really healthy diet and lose the weight on the diet, but okay, now what are we doing with the body that after you've lost the weight? So you got to put that exercise in and work the heart out now, and the lungs, and keep the internals healthy as well.
I love that. So from that, I walk away with set the tone for the day, exercise daily, 30 minutes. Make sure you drink your water and hydrate. Make sure you sleep because you need to rebuild the muscle and maintain. And make sure you have a good, nutritious eating habits. So, that nutrition supports. We did 5. We did 5.
5 general exercise ideas.
Yeah, no, those are all good concepts.
And nowadays, with the whole online thing, it's great to just, grab a buddy and say, hey, I'll meet you on the live and let's do it together. That's a great accountability, way to keep yourself going.
Yeah, any way you can have accountability and not showing up and disappointing somebody who's your exercise partner is always something I know keeps me going, keeps other people going. That's why someone like yourself is so germane. I mean, Darlene, you're just totally amazing at what you do, and you keep people accountable. You're seeing great results where people are really dropping weight during a time where we all could be packing pounds on because of the lack of activity. But you're, between your positivity and your unrelenting focus with exercise, you really have and do enhance so many grateful clients. So I love the fact that you've morphed into having the online courses available, making yourself available for anybody 24/7. You do respond to everybody when they ask you questions or texts or anything like that. So you're right there for people. And I love the group session. I think anybody who has the capability of joining the group session, it's not expensive. You pay one monthly rate to join?
Yeah, it's $45 to join for the month. And I always, reward anybody that brings on anybody else. So everybody gets $10 off for the month for any person that they bring on. It's a great community and a great way of doing that. And we are doing a whole week of free Instagram live workouts. So you do have to catch that one at the time that it's on, but it'll be available for 24 hours for that day, right on the story.
So your Instagram is Darlene Fitness.
Right, correct.
Yeah. Okay, so you need to follow Darlene Fitness in order to jump in on that. And I really recommend it because once you see how the workouts go and once you see how you feel after doing it, you're going to want to keep doing this. You really are, either through Instagram or Facebook. And using these tools available to everyone, Darlene, is just totally brilliant. And I love, again, that you're going to go back to the hybrid where after this, you're looking for a small place, for a venue to continue your work face to face as well as to continue online. So someone could do a hybrid of that and take the classes and also online from the comfort of their home, and then also see you to make sure that your form is right and to make sure that you're following through and give you that regimen, because you're really good at making sure that you give. I love that drink. If you could just share that drink. I love that. It's warm. It's good. I sip it throughout the day.
Oh yeah, that drink is great. So I use it as like a nighttime. I use it right after dinner. It kind of takes away any kind of craving I have. It just helps me digest a little bit, and it just feels so good. So all it is I personally use a detox tea that I have. So just a detox tea bag. Any herbal tea or detox tea bag will do. You don't necessarily want to have a green tea bag at night if you're going to do it at night. You don't want to do the caffeine. So like I said, any herbal tea or detox tea is fine. You just pour some hot water in there, but here are the key ingredients. So you want about 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I do a couple of shakes of turmeric to put some cinnamon in there. I do a little bit of honey, like not even maybe a half a teaspoon of honey. You don't want too much of the sugar in there, although it is a natural sugar. As much of a squeeze of lemon as you like, and a little bit of cayenne pepper, and it really will knock out anything you got going. You got a little sniffle, it'll knock it out, and it just really keeps your body in check, your immune system up. And it keeps you healthy. Yeah, it's really good. Turmeric and cayenne is really good for your immune system, as is cinnamon. Cinnamon is a natural antibiotic and anti-inflammatory. So it's really, you have a lot of components and elements in here. And apple cider vinegar is a natural weight loss and appetite suppressant. Oh, yeah. So you have a lot of things in here. And honey, especially if it's local honey and you get hay fever. Hay fever is just starting right now. If you do a teaspoon of honey every day, just do it in this drink instead. But if you do that, the bees are pollinating from the very
flowers that are giving you the hay fever. That's why local honey is important, because it's the local flowers that are giving you the hay fever.
Yep.
So I really encourage you doing that. This drink is magical. I love it. When you first explained it to me, I was like, that sounds really gross. But it's
some people, it does take them like whatever to get used to, but you get used to it, and it's I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I really like it. Like from the beginning, and I didn't realize, the combination sounds terrible, but it really is good, and you don't need a lot of honey. And like you said, it's really good to try to stay away from even natural sugar, but it's a really good drink. That associated with doing your online group sessions and your one-on-ones, I think that sets people up. Darlene, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us a positive, wonderful message. We adore you for that, and look forward to having you on again. Thank you all for joining us today on Healthy Lifestyle. My heart is always lifted by sharing this time with you, and we are here to serve one another. So take a moment, step out of your day, do a little something for someone else, even if it's to pick up a phone, send a text, see where they are, check in with 10 people that you know, just to make sure they're doing okay. And remember, always do a little something for yourself. Maybe that's joining this online exercise group, which is exciting, and it'll give you some FaceTime with some other people. Thanks again for joining us on Healthy Lifestyle. Please stay healthy and safe. Show love to one another by practicing social distancing. And until next time, show up for you and show up big.